Life of the Hadzaid Bushmen, hunting big monkeys and surviving in the heart of the forest. Deep in the remote forests of Tanzania, the Hadzaid Bushmen live as one of the last true hunter-gatherer tribes, surviving entirely off the land as their ancestors have for thousands of years. In the middle of the forest, they track, hunt, and cook their meals using ancient techniques that remain untouched by modern civilization. One of their most challenging and highly valued hunts is for big monkeys, such as baboons, which provide a crucial source of protein and fat for survival. Witnessing their skillful hunting methods, their deep respect for nature, and the way they enjoy their meals is a rare and fascinating glimpse into a vanishing way of life. The hunt, tracking and catching the big monkeys. Hunting monkeys is no easy task. They are fast, intelligent, and live high in the trees. The Hadzaid men, armed with their traditional handmade bows and poison-tipped arrows, set out at dawn in search of their prey. Small Blue Diamond tracking the troop, the hunters follow monkey calls, broken branches, and footprints to locate them. Small Blue Diamond precision archery, using deadly accuracy, they shoot arrows high into the treetops. Small Blue Diamond chasing the wounded. If the monkey falls but is still alive, the hunters quickly retrieve it to ensure a swift end. Small Blue Diamond's celebration of success. A successful hunt is met with cheers and gratitude, as it means food for the entire group. The Hadzaid view hunting not just as survival but as an art, passed down through generations. Cooking the monkey, a primal feast over fire. Once the hunt is complete, the Hadzaid waste no time preparing and cooking their catch. With no modern tools or spices, they rely purely on fire, skill, and tradition. Burning the fur off, the whole monkey is placed in the fire to remove its fur before butchering. Roasting the meat, large chunks are skewered on sticks and slowly cooked over open flames. Eating straight from the fire, no plates, no cutlery, just hands tearing into juicy, flame-grilled meat. Sharing the meal, the food is divided among the hunters, with the most prized parts shared with the elders and children. Despite the simplicity, the Hadzabe enjoy their meals with great enthusiasm, laughter, and gratitude, appreciating every bite as a gift from nature. Witnessing the Hadzaid Bushmen's ancient cooking and feasting traditions. Deep in the remote wilderness of Tanzania, near the vast landscapes of Lake Eyasi, the Hadzaid Bushmen continue to live as their ancestors did thousands of years ago. This small, indigenous tribe of hunter-gatherers, numbering around 1,300 people, thrives off the land, relying on their unmatched skills in hunting and foraging. Their entire way of life revolves around nature, without agriculture, livestock, or permanent shelters. One of the most fascinating aspects of their culture is their food, how they hunt, prepare, cook, and eat in the most primal yet incredibly efficient ways. Watching the Hadzabe cook and share their meals is an unforgettable experience, offering a glimpse into an ancient tradition untouched by modern conveniences. The hunt, a daily ritual for survival. For the Hadzabe, every meal begins with either a hunting expedition or a gathering session. While many cultures have settled into agricultural lifestyles, the Hadzabe remain completely dependent on what nature provides. The men's hunt. At the first light of dawn, Hadzabe men set out on foot with handmade bows and arrows, moving swiftly and silently through the bush. Their weapons are crafted with exceptional skill. Bows are made from the strong wood of coniferous trees, and arrows are tipped with poison extracted from desert plants. These deadly arrows help them take down fast-moving prey like guinea fowl, baboons, and even larger animals like antelope and warthogs. The Hadzabe's hunting skills are legendary. They can track animals with astonishing accuracy, reading footprints, broken twigs, and subtle disturbances in the soil. If successful, they immediately skin the animal and prepare it for cooking, right there in the wild. Some parts, such as the liver or kidneys, are eaten raw on the spot, an ancient tradition believed to provide strength and honor the spirit of the animal. The women's gathering. While the men hunt, Hadzabe women and children venture into the surrounding forests to collect wild fruits, berries, edible tubers, and honey. They use digging sticks to unearth nutrient-rich roots, resembling wild yams or sweet potatoes, which will later be roasted in the fire. One of the most prized finds is wild honey, which is harvested from beehives hidden high in the trees. The Hadzabe have a unique way of locating honey. They follow the calls of the honey guide bird, a small bird that leads them to the hive in exchange for a share of the sweet nectar. The honey is often enjoyed raw, dripping with golden syrup, sometimes mixed with crushed berries for added flavor. Primitive cooking, a pure and authentic process. Making fire without matche. Once the hunt is successful and the foraged foods are gathered, the Hadzabe return to their temporary camp to prepare the meal. Unlike modern cooking, there are no stoves, seasoning, or metal cookware, just fire, stones, and hands skilled by generations of experience. The remarkable life of the Hadzabe Bushmen, survival and eating fruit to save themselves from hunger. The Hadzabe Bushmen, one of the last remaining hunter-gatherer societies on Earth, lead a remarkable life marked by their extraordinary survival skills, deep connection to nature, and reliance on the land for sustenance. Living in the arid, unforgiving landscapes of northern Tanzania, these resilient people have survived for thousands of years by mastering the delicate art of survival, harvesting food from the land, and working together as a community to overcome the harsh realities of their environment. For the Hadzabe, every day is a test of endurance, adaptability, and wisdom. Their ability to survive in such a challenging environment is a direct result of the knowledge they have accumulated over generations. One of the most remarkable aspects of their survival strategy is their reliance on wild fruits. These fruits provide them with not just vital nutrients but also hydration, often acting as a lifeline when other food sources are scarce. Their survival is intricately tied to their ability to read the land, anticipate changes in weather, and identify the plants and fruits that can sustain them in times of hunger. Each day, the Hadzabe venture into the wilderness, armed with little more than handcrafted tools and an intimate understanding of their environment. Their keen sense of observation allows them to identify trees that bear the most nourishing fruits, and they know exactly when to harvest them for maximum benefit. The wild fruits they gather, such as baobab fruit, wild melons, and berries, are essential sources of nutrition, helping to sustain their energy levels during periods of scarcity. The Hadzabe are experts at identifying edible plants and fruits, often relying on the subtle differences in the taste, texture, and smell of the fruit to determine its ripeness and nutritional value. The baobab fruit, for example, is a vital source of vitamin C and is often used by the Hadzabe to stave off hunger. The fruit is collected from the large, ancient baobab trees that dot the landscape, and its pulp is consumed raw or mixed with water to create a refreshing drink. The wild melons, which grow naturally in the area, are another critical food source, providing hydration as well as nourishment. The Hadzabe are well aware of the importance of these fruits, especially during dry seasons when other food sources are less abundant. These fruits, along with the occasional game meat or tuber, form the foundation of their diet. The Hadzabe's relationship with the land is deeply spiritual, and their survival techniques are grounded in centuries of wisdom passed down from their ancestors. They do not take more than what they need and are careful not to overharvest any fruit-bearing trees, allowing the land to regenerate and ensuring that resources will be available for future generations. Every meal, every bite of fruit, is a reminder of the Delhi cat. The remarkable life of the Hadzabe bush women, survival and eating fruit to save themselves from hunger. The Hadzabe bush women lead lives filled with incredible resilience, strength, and wisdom passed down through generations. These remarkable women embody a deep connection to the land, living in one of the harshest environments on Earth, northern Tanzania. Surviving in this dry and unforgiving wilderness requires more than just strength. It requires profound knowledge of the land and a keen understanding of the wild fruits and plants that sustain them. In their daily lives, the Hadzabe women gather fruits that are essential for their survival. They know the land better than anyone, walking miles across the vast, sun-drenched landscape, searching for wild fruits that will nourish their families. These fruits, such as wild melons, baobab fruit, and berries, become the cornerstone of their diet, providing hydration and necessary nutrients. Their survival is deeply tied to the seasons and the fruits they can gather from the land. When hunting proves difficult, the women know exactly where to turn, to the trees that bear the sweetest, most nourishing fruits. The wild melons are one of the most vital fruits for the Hadzabe, especially during the hot, dry months when water is scarce. These melons are not just refreshing but provide much-needed hydration, enabling the Hadzabe to continue their hunting and gathering activities. Baobab fruit, with its rich vitamin C content, helps the women and their families stay healthy and energized, even when food is in limited supply. For these women, each day is a balance between finding the next meal and nurturing their deep spiritual relationship with the land. However, survival isn't always guaranteed. Hunger can strike when food is scarce, and the women face challenging moments when the fruit-bearing trees seem out of reach. But their resilience and determination never waver. They know how to adapt, drawing on their vast ancestral knowledge to navigate these tough times. Despite the hardship, there is an unwavering sense of unity. The Hadzabe women often work together, sharing their findings, exchanging knowledge, and supporting each other through the toughest times. One day, after witnessing their struggle to find food in such a difficult environment, I decided to help. I went to the nearest village and purchased food for them, something simple, but enough to show my appreciation for their strength and endurance. When I returned with the food, I saw their faces light up with pure joy and gratitude. The smiles on their faces were radiant, and they laughed as they tasted the food I had brought, savoring the flavors and sharing the meal with their community. It was a moment of connection, where both the bushwomen and I shared in the simple joy of a meal, something that can often be taken for granted in the modern world.
Ale koko kota betul betul sepak koko banyak kai koko Dania.
Kotoko yate sasa elzada de makoko zana ya. Tulaba. Hena te lua ai anachan. Malaka yako juma la gaga gege. Kana be ichabena na pesa. Mtatebe kana mana sok.
Tudo com a fé, com conto na fé. Não é não, mas aí tá aí muito chique. Coisa, mas tu não mais. Por isso que faka cho atubu. Acha pouco. Na kitigwa cha na ya unakoso kundi. Sasa tutasha hata wao. Iye ta ko acha pouco ma.
Wild potato.
Não que cho. Kwa kama. Ya ma abe kana kwa. Au abe la tepe. Você é manaka isimi gute. Oh, kaneta Hadzabe. Natakiwa kaneta Hadzabe. Aya pata choko hii kata kinaitaka cemetery.
Kwa.
Masha poko maseme tu.
Tadi bisa kok nyoko. Ada apa? Tadi. Ini dah cokok sikit dia buat lah. Oke, asitembea toka kwa hapa. Kwenda malite nini asikanya huko. Kama kile. Wa inacha nataka kwa sichuko. Uwae na lakini sio fututu. Ndio uwae hivi. Hata ile ndio taachu. Uwae ni ahadi na sana. Hii mara moja sio kama na akivu. Hata uwa mana.
Kalau apa sih nak? Wah, yang mereka.
Mereka sendiri deh, iya kan. Kalau mereka di Thailand,
Pak ibu an.
sama ibu atau aku solat kayak Islam, saya elah. Kalau saya boleh kini teteh.
Yang tak kuat rasanya sekarang ya faka cho abala ko aku.
Nasani hamar mana tu? Kau apa ini? Ya.
Ani out ditch.
Hadzabe.
Aku ya so iya unu zake.
Kami suara hama. Dah. Dah pun dah jam aku. Kwanza leo sawa. Makotina. Asani yako boko. Tena shiani. Koko. Asani yako boko. Akapata. Kwa dango. Kwa tasema tapakata. Saya.
Ako isi abatay maya sana. Ina. Kote amok iye tita si batay sinani. Masi. Sawa babi kwa achia kwa atina na. Chue amae ya i. Chue i akama ubae. Nyanya be Make ya.
Khao ko tung ko sepat man sa achu ne ba. Siapa? Hidup